Which is the most happiest moment of your life? Marriage, dating, mating, food, drinks, going out, visiting Europe, Disneyland, whatnot. You can have hundreds and thousands of answers when I say which was your happiest moment. But I'll just say one situation. I'll pick just one situation, that you are in Switzerland with your darling, with beautiful Alps and beautiful streams and wonderful chocolates and coffees and food and nice scenarios, and everything is there. For how many hours can you see that beauty? For how many hours can you eat in continuity? For how many hours you can have physical intimacy with your spouse or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever? After doing all the stuff which I have already mentioned, person wants to hit to the bed. Not literally hitting the head on the bed, but meaning just want to sleep. And in the sleep, what do? You switch off your lights. You don't want to see anything now. You don't want to hear anything now. You don't want to eat anything or taste anything or touch anything. And you close your eyes, and in a way you close all your senses. And you cut off yourself from the whole wild, beautiful, ecstatic, enthralling world. And you go into that darkness called sleep. Now, in sleep, if you have a light sleep, you are still fidgeting about, how to go more deep and have a good sleep. Now, what is good sleep? When there is no dream and when sleep is not light. And in that deep sleep, now there is nothing worldly over there. It's just you, and it's just the darkness of this sleep, and you are just resting. And this rest is so rejuvenating. It kind of refurbishes you. It gives you all the energy. Your body cells are working and fixing up itself. If you have a disease or exhaustion or a little bit wear and tear of the muscle or whatever it is, so your body is recuperating, your body is resting, and your mind is so calm and happy and patiently happy with its own self. There is no one else. Other person is not there, not food, not a sight, not a smell, not a fragrance, not a touch. Nothing is there. And still, in this deep sleep, your mind is resting so well that it is a hell of a job in the morning to leave the bed and go out and then again have this fight. Fight to fix up lunches and breakfast, fight to reach the office in time, fight to talk to your clients, fight to earn money, fight to solve the relationship issues, fight to make your boss happy, fight to have your targets fulfilled. Now, if I put two things, in comparison, and if I ask you what really makes you happy, what food or intimacy or good sight, smell, sound will do is titillate your sense for some time. It's great. I'm not denying that there is no joy there. Yes, it is. But where is the real soothing, deep calmness? And that is in your deep sleep. Now, the point is, you cannot deprive yourself of sleep, because if you do, then your body will have a huge surge of hormone called cortisol. And if you're always on this overdrive and over-ambitious, pleasing others or running others like puppets, and if you are a boss, then surely, I always say, the bosses are the most deserving people to whom a subordinate should have sympathy or compassion. Because that poor chap is running the whole show, and in doing that is going through such a stress and so much of cortisol and hypertension and maybe diabetes happening to this person, and this person is managing the family and the company and everything, and sometimes loses the sleep, and here comes the hypertension and diabetes and other lifestyle diseases which, one after another can really victimize the person. So in a way, my point is that if we could teach all the people, right beginning from the school, that you don't need 10 houses and 20 cars, one girlfriend and one wife. One time a man said this to me, that he was not yet married, and he said that I'll be really happy if I have a beautiful girlfriend and a beautiful wife at home also. This will make me really, really happy. Well, that's the polygamous mind of the men sometimes. Not all men, excuse me, not all men. The more the better, the more the better. So all this idea of hoarding things and people and friends and money, and in this whole, I wouldn't say rat race, it's a human race. Please don't blame poor rats. They are very wise people. They don't do this kind of races. It is the humans who are doing this kind of races. So when you are in this race, you lose your balance and your whole life is too outgoing, too externalized. Hence, too much of pain, too much of misery, too much of anxiety, too much of depression, too much of loneliness. Because when you are fighting with everybody in continuity, you can't have a restful sleep, and you can't have a very good digestive system. And if you are on your tenterhooks all the time, if you are always I would like to use a term, that is, if you're always in a hurry, and you always worry, and you always eat hot curry, you cannot have good life. So you have to let go of the worry, the hurry, and the curry. And that's where you actually begin to focus on who you are and what you want and what you actually, what makes you really happy. I was just talking to an executive, and that is that everybody hopes to have a luxurious car. There is nothing wrong in that. You can own one day such a luxury car, but still, I put an hypothetical situation in front of you. One is that you are sitting in a Rolls-Royce car driven by a chauffeur. And the second is, you with your children and friends are rolling on the grass. What will make you really happy? You're playing on the grass, you're rolling on the grass, you are happy, or you're sitting alone with your snobbish nose, with your chauffeur, and showing it off to others, but inside you are just a lonely guy. So to be happy, you don't need a Rolls Royce. What you need is just roll on the grass, or maybe swim in the river. And if you don't have an access to a river, then maybe, fill your tub at home. If you don't have a tub at home, doesn't matter. So you can just stand under a shower, close your eyes and visualize, I am under a beautiful Himalayan waterfall. If my thinking and visualization, meaning dreaming and desiring about worldly stuff, can make me feel inadequate and unhappy, so if I use a good visualization and I use whatever I have around me as a prop to create a beautiful situation in my head, in my mind, what can stop you from being happy? But when we are too dependent on the external people or objects or targets or promotions or that corner beautiful office, where I can see outside. Yeah, it's a office which is a perk given to a senior rank officer. So when you are hoping for that, just know it that yes, one day you can sit there, but all that hours of gasping and being jealous and want to be there and can't be there and thinking, and it's just ruining your beautiful life. Life is to be lived, work is to be done. Sure. When there is no work, how will you earn? And to survive, we do need to earn. We do need to earn money to have our bellies filled and have a roof on our head. But after that, what? what will make me happy. So if I'm working totally, focused on the outside world, and not giving a space to my own self, not giving a space to understand the working and the formatting of my own mind, if I don't know how to deal with my own emotions. And about emotions, I would say this is the most disbalancing thing, and it is the main cause of many, many diseases